everyone. Welcome to our breakout session on managing your account health and performance. I'm Adria Mino. I'm a Principal Product Manager on the Selling Partner Trust and Loyalty team. With me today is Rob Casson, our BizTech leader for all things account health within the team. So if you've ever wondered how we think about account health, how we define it, and how to better manage it, this presentation is for you. Our hope is that you leave today feeling confident that you know which tools are available to monitor your account health, and that you feel empowered to obtain and maintain a healthy account. We also want you to come away from today's session knowing that there's a team at Amazon whose sole focus is on you. So before we get started, if you have any questions, you can submit them to us directly through the event platform. Just type them into the Q&A box. At the end of this session, the most popular submissions, based upon audience upvoting, will be answered live at the end. Our entire job is to ensure that you are set up with the tools and the information that you need to thrive on Amazon without unnecessary interruption to your selling account. We are absolutely invested in your success, and we're working hard every day to improve your experience as a seller in the Amazon store. So that said, in this session, we'll touch on how we're investing in your success, how we're building tools to help you manage your account health, and how we're evolving the account health experience based on your feedback.
That's right. So how did we get here? A few years ago, the e-commerce industry saw a wave of bad actors. In order to protect customers and sellers, we developed new policies and processes. And while doing so, we had to ensure that these efforts did not affect your ability to grow your business. Therefore, we created a dedicated organization whose sole purpose was to obsess over improving the seller experience as it pertains to policy enforcement and account health. The team was initially called the Seller Trust Team. And if you fast forward a few years, the team is now comprised of hundreds of full-time employees located around the world, each of whom is focused on driving improvements to the account health, enforcement, or appeals experiences.
So, first things first. To better understand our team's mental model, it's helpful to first understand who we're building for. And we're building for sellers just like you. We're building for the sellers who are genuinely striving to grow their business by creating awesome customer experiences. And that said, we know you're not perfect. We know that occasional mistakes happen when selling in our store, and that they're usually a natural part of learning how to sell. And you know what? We're not perfect either. Despite having implemented some highly effective processes and technological controls on our side, we don't always get it right, and we know that. And so all of this to say, while we strive for perfection, we're not disillusioned into thinking that we're there just yet. You know, we've talked with many of you over the years, and we've heard your feedback loud and clear when it comes to where we need to do better. So whether via in-person events or the seller forums or phone calls or surveys, based on everything that you've told us, we've built our team across 3 primary areas of focus. And these are improving transparency, creating accuracy, and providing personalized coaching and support.
Yeah, let's dive a little deeper into these 3 focus areas. First, regarding improving accuracy, we obsess over metrics that measure the accuracy of our enforcement actions. We leverage this data to ensure we are continuously improving the seller experience. And to hold ourselves accountable, we've taken aggressive goals to improve accuracy. The only way we're able to meet those goals is by launching technology-driven solutions like systematic guardrails to reduce risk of errors. That said, when mistakes happen, we take them very seriously. We have various continuous feedback mechanisms in place to inspect every inaccurate decision we make so that we can address its root cause systematically.
So we believe that our next area of focus, transparency, is key. We believe that we should be transparent about every action that we take that negatively impacts your account health, and that you should be able to see all of these actions on your account health page in Seller Central. So that page has come a long way. For context, in 2016, sellers relied exclusively on email to learn about most restrictions placed on their account or listings as a result of account health issues. And at that time, the account health page consisted only of your performance against a handful of metrics, including the order defect rate and the late shipment rate. So since then, we've expanded this experience to include 100% of violations that can lead to account deactivation. Further, we've ensured that you have visibility into what you need to do to address any issue on your account health page. We've created online appeals workflows for each violation, so you don't need to worry about which email address to use if you're appealing or disputing it. We've also made it easy for you to stay up to date on new policies and changes that may affect your account by placing an Account Health News widget directly on your Account Health page. And finally, we've created transparency into any restrictions affecting your ability to disperse funds by displaying a widget on the page that will notify you of any disbursement holds placed on your account health, as well as the reason for them.
Finally, our third area of focus, providing personalized coaching and support, is another area we've made big investments in recent years. We have a dedicated team of specialists who work to help sellers understand policies. They call sellers who may need help with their account and will reach out to support you in getting listings reinstated. They will also proactively call to help educate sellers on new policies or changes that may impact their business. As a team, we're consistently experimenting with new ways to improve the way specialists work with sellers.
So, now that you have a bit of insight into the things that we're focused on, we want to talk to you about how we think about them, and we wanted to share some of the guiding principles for our work, which you can see here. So first, we want to work with you to proactively address customer experience defects and policy violations before they impact your ability to sell. Because if we can prevent the issue upstream, it's better for customers and for you. We also know that one size doesn't fit all. And where possible, we tailor our actions to address the specific seller and risk that we're solving for. And we'll always offer you a reasonable opportunity to appeal, or to tell us that we're wrong or that we made a mistake. And lastly, we listen to you. We gather metrics and we use those to understand the impact of our enforcement policies, our communications, and our processes. And we also use anecdotes and insights to make sure that we're continuously re-examining and improving.
Okay, we've talked a lot about account health already, but to define it, it's how you are adhering to Amazon policies. All sellers worldwide are expected to adhere to our selling policies, and of course, any relevant local laws or regulations. Amazon policies span 3 categories. There's performance, selling, and a code of conduct. I wanted to take a second to drill in on selling policies. These are the policies that pertain to the listings you create, the products you sell, and the behavior you exhibit while selling on Amazon. Quick example of selling policy violation includes listing incorrect information on the product detail page, attempting to sell a product that is not allowed to be sold on Amazon, for example, prescription drugs, or soliciting reviews for the products you sell.
So now that we've defined account health, why does it matter? Well, account health matters because when you have good account health, you can spend more time growing your business and delighting customers and less time worrying about account deactivation.
That's right. And as we've discussed why managing your account health is important, now we wanted to share some of the best ways to actually do so. Most important is to regularly monitor the account health page within Seller Central. This page, which can be accessed by navigating to the performance in the main navigation bar on the Seller Central homepage and selecting Account Health from the drop-down menu, will display your overall account health status, any actions we took in response to a policy violation, the policy violated, and of course, the next steps to appeal. We also provide other options to manage your account health. So whether it be from our mobile app or a phone call, our goal is to simplify the process so you can focus on building your business.
So above, you can see a screenshot of the account health page. This is what a healthy account looks like. And as you can see, the page is comprised of 3 primary sections. The first column, Customer Service Performance, reflects our customer service policies. So these metrics measure your ability to provide a great customer experience, particularly when a customer isn't satisfied with their order. The second column there in the middle is called Policy Compliance, and that's where you'll see selling policy violations that Rob mentioned earlier. Selling policies include counterfeit, intellectual property, and restricted products. The third column, Shipping Performance, includes policies that measure your ability to provide a great fulfillment experience. These metrics apply only to seller-fulfilled orders.
Unlike the last screenshot, this next one reflects an account that is at risk of deactivation as a result of policy non-adherence. Specifically, the seller's late shipment rate exceeds the target required to sell on Amazon. You can see their late shipment rate is at 13%, while the target is to maintain it less than 4%. I'd also call out the yellow card on the right-hand side of the slide. This card will appear on your Seller Central homepage if your account is at risk of deactivation. You want to ensure it's one of the first things you notice upon logging in because it's important. And clicking on it will redirect you to the account health page where you'll be able to see the reason your account is at risk.
So to ensure account health is good, keep in mind that knowledge is power. We encourage you to familiarize yourself with Amazon policies prior to listing products on Amazon and to not list products that violate in the first place. A few ways to expand your knowledge of Amazon's policies are by exploring the account health page and clicking into the policies that we link to from there. You can also check out Seller University. This is a centralized hub of educational content and videos, and these span a variety of topics, including but not limited to account health. You can read account health-related news, which we publish on both the Seller Central homepage as well as your account health page. And we also recommend monitoring and taking action based on your account health rating. Now, we'll talk more about this metric in just a moment, but at high level, this rating represents your account's risk of deactivation due to violations of Amazon selling policies. Finally, don't sit on any issues that arise. We'd recommend addressing policy violations on an ongoing basis as they come up. Addressing these by either successfully appealing or disputing them will result in their removal from your account health page.
As Adria just mentioned, we recently launched the Account Health Rating, or as we like to call it, AHR. It is a single color-coded indicator that holistically measures your account's adherence to our selling policies. Your AHR will decline when we detect policy violations associated with your account and or listings, and it will increase as you fulfill orders or address those violations. You can leverage it as a quick and easy way to feel confident that your account is in good health.
So though the AHR is a relatively new feature on your account health page, your feedback largely indicates that it's been pretty helpful in understanding your risk of account deactivation. And like we've mentioned a time or two, we're always looking for your feedback. So during a phone call with one of our account health specialists, this is what one of our sellers had to say about the account health rating.
First, let me just say that the creation and improvements upon account health has been the #1 thing I've seen Amazon roll out as it relates to performance in the 11 plus years we've been selling on the site. You know, one of the things we're most pleased with as a seller is we're seeing a great feedback loop between the actions we're taking on our end and a reflection of those actions in the score. You know, for a while we were kind of stuck at yellow, but then after constant and daily action, we saw our score move from yellow to green. You know, one of the reasons I think this program works so well is it's all about transparency and visibility. You know, if you were to think about Amazon's main mission, its purpose, you'd have to say it's something along the lines of constant and never-ending improvement to customer experience. And what these tools do is they give you the clarity and the visibility to not only see when breakdowns occur, but also give you action-oriented steps to improve upon them.
We couldn't have said it better ourselves. The points that Jeff hit on regarding transparency, continuous improvement, and actionable next steps are the very things that we spend our days obsessing over. It's feedback like this that gets us excited to come into work every day. A few things to keep in mind regarding AHR, or account health rating. 100% of violations comprising your account health rating will be visible on the account health page. Second, follow the guidance listed under the next steps column next to any given violation in order to address it. And then lastly, everything is disputable. Remember, if we got it wrong, let us know.
So while selling policy violations will roll up into your account health rating, the best way to monitor your adherence to the performance policies listed on your account health page is to check how well you're doing against the target for each of those metrics individually. So these metrics, which include but aren't limited to the order defect rate and the cancel rate, they all have a threshold posted directly on the page to which you must adhere to ensure you're providing a great experience for customers.
I wanted to talk about some common issues that can result in poor performance metrics. We'll start with pre-fulfillment cancel rate, which can be caused by inventory issues. This is especially relevant in current times as the global pandemic has resulted in a number of supply chain issues. For example, if an item is out of stock, you may receive orders for it which you cannot fulfill, and thus be forced to cancel those orders pre-fulfillment. Additionally, late shipment rate. Specifically, if your handling time setting is not representative of how much time you actually need from the time you receive the order to the time you hit confirm shipment in the UI. You may need to adjust it so as to avoid defects associated with your late shipment rate. And as a reminder, your late shipment metric does not include transit time, which is the time between when the order is picked up by the carrier and delivered to the customer.
So to drill into details associated with your adherence to any given performance metrics threshold, you can download a report directly from the account health page that will display to you the order level details associated with each and every defect that negatively impacts that metric. To do this, simply browse to that metric on your account health page and click on the Download Report button at the bottom of the page. These reports will display all defective order IDs along with the date of each order, and in the case of the order defect rate, the channel by which that order was fulfilled, along with the specific defect generated, whether negative feedback, an A to Z guarantee claim that wasn't denied, or a credit card chargeback. We've heard time and time again that these reports are generally helpful in identifying trends and opportunities to improve your metrics, and so we'd encourage you to use them as needed.
In addition to the policy-specific reports Adria just mentioned, you can leverage the orders with defects and performance over time reports as well. You can access these reports by selecting Reports within the sub-navigation bar visible on your account health page. For example, on the Orders with Defects report, you can drill into order level details for all orders with a defect over the past 12 months.
And lastly, the Performance Over Time report shown here will enable you to view your aggregate defect counts and rates over a specified time period.
All right, now that we've gone over some of the tools that you can leverage to monitor your account health, we wanted to share a few tips. The session, The Top 5 Habits for Great Account Health, will go into more details about these if you'd like to learn more. But here's a sneak peek. So whether it is setting a proactive reminder, downloading the Seller app, or my personal favorite, ensuring the emergency contact number you have on file is accurate. Amazon may use your emergency contact phone number if there's a critical issue concerning your account. You can go ahead and check if the number we have on file is accurate by visiting your account health page and clicking on the Update Your Emergency Contact Number link under the page header. Once clicked, you'll be redirected to the Notifications Preference page, where you can see and edit your emergency contact number. As a reminder, this number will not be visible to buyers, and it can be different from the other phone numbers we have on file. We'd really recommend a contact who is knowledgeable about your Amazon account and the products that you sell. That way, if we need to speak to you about a critical issue with your business, we can.
We are working to improve the account health experience every day. A few initiatives that we've either recently launched or will by end of year are displaying verbatim comments from customers that complained about your product directly on your account health page, helping you to understand the specific reason for any complaint or violation that you see there. We'll also be displaying more granular and specific detail on any restricted products violations, enabling you to understand the reason your product is considered restricted. Both of these efforts will seek to give you increased transparency into your account health.
Yeah, I'm particularly excited about that granular visibility for restricted products. It's going to address a lot of seller feedback that we've continuously gotten. In addition to that, we're also actively working on simplifying the appeals process. Efforts currently in flight or recently launched include a bulk appeals feature that lets you address multiple violations of the same policy at once, minimizing the time you need to spend on appeals. We'll be launching a new process via our team of account health specialists, whereby you can share your plan of action verbally, letting them know you'll prevent issues from happening again, versus having to actually write out the entire plan of action. We're launching alternatives to the plan of action itself, as mechanisms for reinstatement. These could be quizzes. We're also launching more opportunities for sellers to self-reinstate their account or listing. In these self-service workflows, we'll ask you to confirm you have addressed the policy violation in question, and you can then reinstate your listing or account without contacting us with documentation or a plan of action. And lastly, in some cases, there'll be no action required on your end. We'll let you know about the issue, but we'll consider it a learning opportunity, and it won't affect your account health.
We're also working hard to provide a more personalized experience for you through our team of account health specialists. We're rapidly expanding, scaling our account health support to more sellers by providing you with a Call Me Now button that sits directly on your account health page. This button, some of you may have seen it, it gives you the option to request a phone call from one of our account health specialists to get personalized coaching and support for anything that you see on your page. We're also experimenting with an effort that consists of calling sellers and coaching them on next steps to reactivate any best-selling listings that might have been removed as quickly as possible. And finally, we're listening for your feedback, and we're constantly looking to what you're telling us. We review all account health-related inquiries posted to the account health section of the seller forums, and we respond directly to them there.
Before we wrap up this part of the presentation and move into Q&A, I just want to say how excited I am to launch some of the features we just spoke about and get your feedback. And why we have much more to do. It's comments like the one above that encourage us to keep improving the account health experience day after day. We'd encourage any of you who have suggestions or feedback for us to share it via the Leaf Feedback Survey, which can be accessed in the lower left-hand corner of any page within the account health experience, or posting it to the account health category in the seller forums, which we are regularly monitoring and responding to.